I said that if you don't pay your tithes, you won't go to heaven. I said, that's not in the Bible. I said, what is in the Bible is that you are to follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see God. Within an hour, it was already in the internet that Pastor Adeboye says, don't pay tithes.
Welcome to Gospel Watchers. Remain blessed as you watch.
Among the men of God in Nigeria today, I'm one of the oldest. So I made up my mind that I'm going to publicly ask for forgiveness for anything I, in particular, might have said wrong about tithing. So I told my children on Thursday night, I said something. I said that if you don't pay your tithes, you won't go to heaven. I said, that's not in the Bible. I said, I apologize. I said, what is in the Bible is that you are to follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see God. Within an hour, it was already in the internet that Pastor Adeboye says, don't pay tithes. I didn't say that. Fortunately, everything I said is on record. I went forward to tell my people, I say it is wrong to tie you down to 10% at a time when, by the grace of God, you should be far, far, far above 10%. I told them a story, not a new story, a story they have had several times, that several years ago, I went to Tulsa to attend a taking camp meeting. And they wanted to take an offering for their Bible college. And one man came to the altar together with his wife and asked for permission to speak. And they gave him the microphone. And he said, I beg all of you who are here today, give very well. Because whatever all of you give, that's what my wife and I alone will give. And we were about 17,000 people. What is this man saying? He said, anything all of you put together can give. That's what my wife and I alone will give. So some people say, this man is in trouble. Those who didn't want to give before now began to give. At the end, he said they should count everything. They counted, and it was $3.5 million that was contributed. They announced it. And we thought, hey, you are the one who got yourself into trouble. He took the microphone and said, brethren, is this all you can do? So I said, this man knows something I don't know. As soon as the service ended, I cornered him. Sir, please, I'm from Africa. I came all the way from Africa. Tell me your secret. Because you must know something that I don't know for you to do this kind of thing. He said, you want to know? I said, yes, sir. He said, 5 years ago, I started a business with $500. And I told God, this is your business. You are my senior partner. I will not insult you by giving you 10%. I will give you 90%. And I will make do with the remaining 10%. So it's up to you to bless the business. He said that was 5 years ago. He said this year, the turnover of that little company is $50 million. Eh? I said, thank you very much. And I came back home. And from that day onward, I began to increase the percentage I give to God. I told those of my friends who were around, this is what I learned over there. Today, I am not close to 90%, but I'm far from 10%. I'm telling you the story I told my children on Thursday. So I said it is wrong to tie you down to 10% when God would have taken you to a higher percentage. I said at the beginning, when you were just born again, 10% is okay, is the minimum God expects from you. But since then, you should have grown. That as you grow in the Lord, you should grow in praising Him, grow in winning souls, grow in praying, and grow in giving. In other words, I said the minimum for beginners is what God calls 10%. So I told my young ones, I said, so from now on, begin to increase what you give to God. You know, the only thing they put on the internet of all that thing that I said is that Pastor Adeboye apologized. And therefore, people should no longer pay their tithes.